Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Maz. Now on episode 12, I want to say. 12, I think. So we're same day, still first day of March here. I just love the day so much, I figured why move. But we have some stuff we could still do today, so I figured, you know what, we had ended at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon when we last were together. So I figured, you know what, let's just pick it up kind of a little bit where we left off. Obviously, there's a couple changes here and some stuff that we can talk about. And then I have something waiting over at the store for us that we need to go pick up. So I added a building here. It's not necessarily a new building. This is from, seemingly it's a repurposed cow barn that we're using for any of the sort of towable implements that can be easily backed into a space. So I wanted something along this edge here. I didn't want, the traditional wooden shed. I didn't necessarily want anything with garage doors. And then I stumbled across this. I've never used this before, actually. I've never even noticed it, to be honest with you. But I like it quite a bit. I think it fits well here. Not too keen on the bump all the way around the outside. I tend to prefer things that are, a floor like this where it's flush, but I'll take it. So, all right, before we get rolling here, actually, I want to put the planter away. I just dumped this here after the last. This Massey is disgusting. Yeah, I wanted to get these at least cleaned up before we get the rest of the activities for today underway. We're not going to need to put any more seeds in the ground, so we want to get that parked. But I did want to hose it off first, so let's just do that quickly here. This thing is pretty nasty. I probably should have unfolded it first. I don't think you're going to do much cleaning when it's all folded up, but in the world of Farming Simulator, you will. The water just seems to work its way into everywhere somehow. I think this will actually go. I can back this in. Yeah, we'll put it. We'll see if it fits in that the new shed. I'm not too worried about security here, although I do have a security gate, but leaving a big, fancy, expensive piece of equipment like this under an open shed like this, I'm not too worried. I got cameras everywhere, so that should fit though. Yeah, fits well. Fantastic. That's what that shed's for. Okay, now I want to go. So this tractor here is going to go. It has a job. So we're gonna and it's gonna get dirty. So we'll just move this out of the way. Not worry about cleaning it. This tractor is probably just going to be sitting on the wood chipper. Because we're going to get that piece of property we bought last time that we already started to kind of clear out. We are going to clear that whole thing out today. And we'll see how many wood chips we end up with. There we go. It's starting to look like it's brand new again. I'm sure if you look closely, though, you'll start to see little scratches and stuff. But okay, let's put this back. Ooh. We'll just put this aside for a second because we will want to get it into place, but first we want to get this guy over. You know what? Let's wash it off quickly. It's going to get dirty, but you know what? We're going to pick up a brand new piece of equipment. I should probably at least wash it off. We're going over to the store too, so I don't want to show up at the store with a disgusting tractor. Let's get ourselves looking good. This tractor has been was a great purchase. Originally a lease, I guess, but so a couple of people had mentioned about a stationary wood chipper. I think I found the mod. I'm not sold on it. I probably have to test it for maybe future use, and I wasn't really in the mood to test anything right now, but a couple things about it just looked a little off to me, so I did not opt for the stationary wood chipper. The last thing. We're going to need that. Yeah, so I didn't opt for the stationary wood chipper as I think I saw the right one anyway. So it's the only one that I could see in the mod hub under productions. It'd be nice. Yeah, just be nice if you had like a conveyor belt into a giant wood chipper into some type of hopper, and then you could pull from it. Something nice and basic, not too complicated. You know, it doesn't need to like 10x the wood volume when you turn it into chips. Just simply do the same as the wood chipper we have right now, but make it something we can, you know, put in place on a piece of property. So as today is a new episode, granted not a new day, but we're playing one collectible per episode, I can grab one from here. Well, actually, you know what else I should do? I started thinking about this. What about fuel? Gotta have a little bit of patience if you want to fill up your tank. Okay, and that's all the patience I have. $266 later. All right, so I don't remember. Did I collect this one already? Yes, I did. I don't believe I have collected the collectibles that are in here. I don't know if there's one down here, but I think there's one up in the parts room up here. Is there more than one? One. What? 1, 2, 3. 4. There are 4 of them up here? All right, well, we know where we can come back and find more. All right, with that out of the way, let's go pick up today's tool. Not that guy. Oh, he looks like a tool. All right, well, I've never really... It's been a long time since I've rolled anything. Let's just say that. So I'm hoping that this works correctly. Takes about 7 years for it to unfold. It was not expensive. I think it was only a couple grand. I believe it's a 6 meter working width. I was kind of trying to keep everything to about a 6 meter working width. Keep it all consistent. Hopefully it works anyways. I mean, the goal is to compact the soil to hopefully assist in germination, I believe. Also then to jam the rocks into the ground so we're not destroying our equipment. All right, so I think I'm going to give this a shot here first. Oh, the field looks so nice. Not seeing, there's some small stones on here that I've seen. All right, let's see what it says now. The expected yield goes up by 1%, and it no longer says needs rolling. Perfect. Sold. All the benefits. 1% yield increase, and it gets rid of your error message. Actually, let's see if it puts rocks into the ground or not. Yep. The rocks are going back to hell. Perfect. All right, so we'll get around this field probably just one time here, and then we'll get a worker on it. I've still yet to set up any custom fields or anything for course play. I will, but as of right now, we're just trying to get the lay of the land. I have a feeling this field will probably stay as is. So will 2 of our other fields, but the one just on the other side where the new woods are, that will change. So I don't know. I can put the effort into mapping out the courses now, or I can just wait another couple episodes and see what comes across my mind. If something needs to change, then I can make the changes and then we can map the courses out after. Again, no hurry. Nice thing is it's not a panic series. It's quite should end up being quite manageable. Let's just get the uneven side over here once, if not twice more, and then we'll figure out who the agency sends out to do our work for us. Can't believe I'm rolling, but when I saw the stones and like I'd like to grab a stone picker, but then I figured, you know, maybe this time around, like this thing was literally $2,000, so it's not like we're out of pocket a huge amount of money to be able to do this. And for that 1% yield increase, like what a bonus, right? This is one of these things too where if you miss a spot, well, it's not the end of the world. Okie dokie, let's go back over to the long corner over here and we'll get this guy rolling, and then literally rolling. What's Krustoo say? I don't roll, but I rock. In this case, we're going to do both. We're going to roll the rocks. Ay. All right, good luck. All right, this guy's going to go, we'll get him set up in the woods somewhere. Could there be 1 million wood chips in our very near future? And how the hell am I going to fit that into one episode? I don't know. Chances are I'm not. Oh, there goes the road crosser. Yeah, I don't know. We'll this is going to be something that I'm going to be working on for a little while, I think. The forest there. I don't know. So I figured I'd start. We'll start going at it anyways, and then over time we'll get it cleared, but it looks like quite a mission ahead. All right, so that should leave room for the tractors or the truck. So we're gonna I was debating on whether or not we should sell this truck, and then I figured, well, you know what, let's give it one more chance. And then maybe what I'll do is, if it's still really bad, I'll downgrade the front, like the truck bed, and I will. You just go around in circles, and then I'll, if I can do that, then it's stable, then I'll still have the trailer. I'll still have the size of the trailer, but then maybe it's more stable. Anyways, okay, so let's go there. There's a log that looked like I could just grab by hand right here. Looks can be deceiving. So I guess in fairness, everything got hosed off, so I may as well do that too. I can probably almost lose the toque, the gloves, all the warm clothes. It's like, what, 15 degrees today? Oh man, look at that. That's brand new. Okay, don't need anything here. So as long as we're not asking this guy to tow any trailers, we should be okay here. That is obviously not the strong suit of this tractor. All right, we can more or less get right down to business because we have some stuff already cut here. I think it helps that it's hard to get these forks right to the ground. There's another loader arm I think that I could have got for this, or maybe this is the one that sticks out. There's one that's like super vertical and one that sticks out a bit more. That was that was one log out of hundreds that we need to cut. Okay, let's do this. I'll just get it out of the way, you know? Okay. This is the part where I try to get greedy and grab one of these logs that I just cut. And then pay the ultimate price. Okay, let's give up now. Abort the mission. These chunky boys here, they're quite likely going to need help getting into the chipper itself, which usually means standing on top of the chipper with a chainsaw and cutting slices. Perfect. Come on, man, really? That's not what we needed. So I guess I need to figure out what the plan's going to be after this. So I mean, I can plug away at this field, obviously, at these bushes, obviously, and clear them out. Once the roller's gone through everything, oh, there's something wrong with this spot. Once the roller's gone through everything, then I mean, obviously that job will be done. The crops will more or less, other than, you know, weed control, be in good shape. Oh, come on. I guess we could at that point start doing contracts so we can get some straw going again and get this BGA fired up. It's just been basically sitting stagnant there. Well, actually, no, there's no harvest contracts. What am I talking about? It's all planting right now. Might be some baling. No, not a lot of baling on this. I'm thinking about France. France has tons of baling. Okay, so it's claiming that Buddy over here has done their job. So let's hop in and see what that actually means. Okay, looks good, man. Look at this. Wait, why does that say needs rolling? Look. There's a section right there that says needs rolling. Is that just where he was turning around, maybe? Oh yeah, look. There's a whole strip along here. So I should have gone through here a couple more times, I guess. Yeah, the weird part is I don't know if I'm actually rolling the right spot or not. We'll just go back and forth twice and then check that map again. Oh my God. We may not just, you know what, we're going on to the next one. It's too hard to tell. All right, the next field's right through the bushes here anyways. Okay, so in order to keep this orderly, let's head up here. Starting a point where I know that I started, and then we'll just do a lap or two around the outside again. It looks like maybe 3 laps on the ends is what I'm going to need to do. So this is not pushing in all the stones. We have bigger stones on this field and they are just remaining at the top. It is, however, changing the ground texture slightly, so it is doing something, I guess. But we're still going to have a bunch of stones. Maybe we want the stone picker down here after all. It's kind of like some of the classic farming simulator implements that, for me anyways, have gone by the wayside. Rolling and stone picking. Yeah, there's a lot of stones in this field. All right. No problem, man. I can see how rolling could be a little bit therapeutic. I mean, you literally just pull these big drums behind you. I like these smooth rollers. I like the way they look compared to some of the, I guess I don't really know what any of the, there was like a Cambrian style or something, which would look more like it would just rip the ground than roll it. Trying to see the ground you already rolled is not necessarily that easy. Apparently driving straight isn't either. This last pass was all over the place. You know, other than the fact that we haven't sprayed herbicide, these are going to be some of the most well put together fields that I think we've had since we've been playing together here. Like rolling the fields? It's unheard of. Basically, if he turns around and continues out into the open field, then we know we got a winner. Oh, so he's not going to back up. All right, we may end up missing a little bit that we'll hopefully be able to find afterwards. Let's try something. Let's start the worker over this side. Oh, this side wasn't really straight either. All right, let's see which way this guy decides to go this time, and then we'll go and attack that tree. The trees. Oh no, it's just leaving a bit of a gap. Which is growing. Okay, I can work with that. Just go. Cool. Okay, well, we'll see what kind of mess we come back to. Hopefully not much of a mess, you know? All right, well, let's go cut down a ton of trees and slam them into wood chips. These are a little bit of the make busy times now. Oh no, don't throw. I was throwing it over again. Oh, this ground is a little bit. There must be a lot of roots. I think I'm getting my my forks caught on roots. Whew, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's try something here. This thing is, I don't want to say this tractor has become obsolete, but it definitely has become less of a mainstay here, less of a focal main tractor. So I'm just going to rip over to the shop for a second and I will be right back. That's obviously going to be a problem. All right, but let's all agree that I made an attempt. And there's something going on because when I went to buy the case 715, I think that's what it is, right? 715, when I was on Comlands, it was sinking into the ground. Some tire girdles. Anyways, those are like steel straps. Oh my gosh. I don't think our traction's that bad that I gotta put steel straps on there, but it might. Yeah, so I did have that problem with tracked vehicles on Comlands where the tracks were sinking into the ground. So I think it's probably something to do with one of the REA mods. If I'm honest, I think that's probably what's going on. All right, I got one more thing to do here. All right, there you go. We added, I don't think I had the rollover protection before. I got some dual tires in the back and we have the claw in the front. Hopefully that should prove to be a capable little machine. I almost want to get a heavier weight, but let's just see how this goes. I mean, we're really only trying to pick up a log at a time to put on the conveyor belt, so it's not like I need to pick up, 10 logs to load a trailer. That's not what this thing's for. And the amount of times I'm actually going to use this are going to be less because obviously I'm using the other tractor. The Dutes has the loader arm and it's heavier tractor, so I'm going to use it more often. But all right, there. So I did try to put the tracks on there. That would have been pretty cool, but unfortunately, whatever glitch happens with tracks and me is still happening when I try to put this together. We're running out of daylight, so let's get a few logs done anyways. We'll get our worker to finish that one field, and then whatever. We'll see if we can get all the rolling done anyways before we roll into the next day, and we'll attack again. All right, so this thing, we'll just call this thing the Eagle Beak because it sure looks like that. This will be one of these things that allows us to pick up more than... Boy, look at that. All right, good choice. Thank you to everyone that was encouraging me to purchase some kind of a claw. This will make things so much easier, I think. If I can just get myself through the woods here. Okay, there. All right, give it up, Eagle Beak. Perfect. So there's the scoop and grab method, or there's the, we'll call it the death from above, which I think looks more like this. Oh, I like the death from above. It's where you open your talons and then you swoop down and you grab the grab your prey. Or in this case, the log. It looks quite comical. It looks like some kind of a giant hand. Okay, this guy is not working anymore. I'm not getting notifications telling me that the worker's not working. I would say there's a whole middle section there where those birds are that has not been rolled. Would you not say that too? Wait, did the guy roll anything? He rolled the top of the hill there. Oh my gosh, look. That's like a huge section that's not rolled. All right, let me just see if I can get them going one more time right here. All right, we'll see how that goes. Anybody tried to look up here? Surprised there's no collectible up here. I think you can see what the rest of my day is going to be like. Fighting with the worker on the roller and getting trees chipped here. So I'm going to keep plugging away and then we're going to check back in the morning. I can tell this is going to be a bit of a long episode already and we haven't really accomplished anything of value. So in order to make the best use of your time, I will see you guys in the morning. All right, it is morning. Still March. I'm just getting all of the woodworking madness set up at the other lot. Man, wait till you see how much oil. I slept for like an hour. In-game hour, obviously. I know I don't need to wash this. I'm gonna all of a sudden I never wash my equipment, and now I'm gonna become like a washing freak. But I have one more. The rolling is a bit of an acquired art form, I guess. I don't know how do you say it. I gotta work on that. I think I finally figured out how a worker likes to turn around. Really, what I need to do is get some courses set up. I need to get the custom field set up so the worker will stop making decisions and start just basically following the directions because I could have got so much more done. But other than the odd little bit of confusion, I think this works well. Actually, instead of just talking about it, why don't I just do it? If I just get around this carefully. I should be able to get a reasonable course for this guy to follow. The hard part is the field goes right to the edge, and then at the edge is a ditch. Or in this case, a culvert. Lots of things to hit. Signs. I gotta make sure not to do, not to allow for a negative offset, which pushes everything out to the edge. I almost want to do a positive offset so it pulls it in a little bit. I think that's what we'll do, actually. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna have to redo this at some point because I'm getting a little bit too a little bit too greedy, I think. There we go. The trifecta field. All right, so this should be way more effective than what I was doing before. I should have just set the fields up before. Ooh, actually, I wonder now if this will make a nice consistent look to the fields and I won't have these stripes. That'll be good. Okay, off to the other field. At least until we get a warning that everything's falling apart. Speaking of falling apart. Okay, so this thing has been a weapon for us. Oops. As soon as I say that. The last log that I tried to shove in there this morning didn't go anywhere. It's a vicious little thing now that it has like a talons. It's no longer the cute little innocent Massey Ferguson. This thing will kill you. Yeah. Alright, so it hasn't been completely smooth. Oh, is that like a branch attached to it? That's probably why. There. All right, little buddy, let's go get another. Okay, so that's how much we got to. I lost light. Basically, it got dark, and then I tried to get as far as I could in the dark, and it was not easy. So we have basically everything this side of the path that was there almost. We got a bunch of trees still. There's a whack of them back there that still need to get done. And then yeah, we'll have all this cleared off. I was thinking maybe what I would do is just work on this side of the path, and then maybe what I'll do is turn that into a field. I don't think I'll connect it to the side field that we just did. Maybe we'll just make it another grass field, and then we can connect them later. Yeah, I think it'd be silly not to turn it into a farmable field for us. With the wood chips that we were taking off, so the stuff that I was taking off last night, I was for the most part going directly to the sell point because we were still somewhere in the mid 700s for value, and otherwise we'd just be sitting on them until the price changes. So I figured, you know what, there's lots still around, I'll just sell them. So I was, and then and then there's some this morning that I've already taken off, but I've been putting those directly into the silo. So we have some that we had already sold. We have some that we're now sitting on for future sales, and then the rest that I take off right now will go into the silo if I can get them off. Oh my gosh, what is that? This thing's like got a mind of its own. Come on, just get off. There. Jeez, it wasn't, the whole evening wasn't that difficult. You guys show up and then all of a sudden I'm making mistakes. Okay, I just want to double check on the worker quick. Okay, so I probably could have done a little bit more of an overlap so that way the corners would have been okay, but the main thing is they got around. I was concerned that they were going to get hit some of the stuff, some of the obstacles that are just there, but no. And look, the field's going to be nice and consistent. Get rid of the stripes. Rolling, eh? So I did make a purchase. I jumped on something that I saw in the sale. So we're going to have to grab that, and we can probably use it. We do have a use for it pretty much right away, actually. I mean, it's not going to be hugely impactful for us, this use. The thing that I bought will be hugely impactful. I mean, it might be one of my most used tools in the game. Not specifically this one, but what kind of tool it is I probably use more than anything else. So we'll go grab that in a minute or 12, and then yeah, that'll be we don't really have a lot else to do in the month of March unless we wanted to start spending some money and buying some fields. But honestly, I'm going to do what I had mentioned, and we'll probably just try to see who we can field jack once harvest season's there, and yeah, just sort of take advantage of some of our neighbors and their hard work and jump in and grab fields just as they're ready to harvest, and then we can do what we want with the fields. Not this chipper is not a perfect science, but it's quite good. The amount of times I was able to feed in just the most ridiculous looking logs and not have any issues was more often than not. I do need more weight on this tractor though. Like, this is kind of ridiculous. I do have that big weight back at the yard, actually. I should probably go grab that. I didn't even think about that and get rid of this silly little concrete weight and grab that big weight. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to do that because I still have logs to pick up here. It's not like I'm done. So, my God. All right, let's go do that. Okay, let's see if this thing fits or if it just destroys the back end of the tractor. Might dig into the wheels, at which point we'll have to release it. All right, I think we got to figure out how heavy the weight is that we have now and find something. Oh gosh. Sure, you want to put the weight over there? Go for it. Blizzard concrete weight 500. It's 500 kilograms. Okay, well now I'm off to the store and the slowest thing that I own. Is it the slowest thing that I own? I'm not sure, but you know what? I'll see you there. I got one fan. Going back up the road the other way, I had probably 15 cars behind me, but they all turned right and I turned left, so these are my newest victims behind me. Oh man, all right. So like, it's funny. I'm just sitting driving here. I got a lot of time to think. I'm like, man, what is this episode? I literally just rolled fields and cut down trees and made wood chips, and I don't even know. No, do we do the cedar too? Did we plant the fields too? Maybe we planted the fields too. I hope we did. I can't tell you. There's been. I've had a lot of stuff to do in between the beginning and now in this for this episode. Oh yeah, we forgot. We got the other things that we bought. This Kloss mower, which was typically around $50,000. That back mower, it's a 10-meter working width. Usually that's about 50 grand. I picked it up for 20, and then I bought the matching front. Oh wait, am I backwards here? And then I bought the matching front mower for like another $25,000. So. Turned out to be a pretty good deal. We got now 10-meter working width, and anyways, I'll get rid of that little mower that we really used once. Once? Yeah, I guess pretty much, eh? We'll have to see what the steering goes. This is a 1,900-pound homemade weight. So without any logs in the front, my steering will be a little bit light, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah. Steering reaction is not great. Jeez. Yeah, so I'm sort of racking my brain on what to do once we get these. When we get this one sort of half of the woods cleared out, we'll likely, prepare it and cut it into a field. We just planted the grass. I may just connect the two fields and then plant the edge anyways. So that way we have kind of one grass field, and then when we eventually carve out the rest of that forest, then we'll have sort of the other half of the field, or the other quarter of the field, I guess. I kind of like to do that sooner than later, but just a lot of it's a lot of the same things. It's not super fun to do, and I'm sure it's not super fun to watch. So it may be one of those ones where we just sort of, when you wake up on April 1st, you're like, oh look, there's a field there where there wasn't before. Might be one of those things. But so I mentioned that I was selling wood chips. I'm just trying to think of what to do. So the stuff that we're going to need in the spring, like I don't want to buy a harvester yet because I'm hoping that I'll see something go on sale. I think I should buy out my leases so I don't have those lease costs coming through. Like I'm running the bigger tractor on the wood chipper, and that's incurring lease cost. The roller, no, sorry, what's the other thing? The other thing that there's something else that I had that is creating lease cost for us. The planter, the cedar. Now that's parked, so it's just a daily fee now. I'm not using it, but yeah, all this is expense. Because if I bought out the tractor, I think I said the tractor is like $150,000, so that would take us down to like 300. It's about 100 grand for the cedar. That would take us down to about 200. I mean, it's not like we're not going to have cash coming. To get I'd rather not get everybody. I'd rather not get just a basic small harvester. I don't want a massive one because we're not going to, these fields aren't massive, but I don't want anything too small. Well, I hope I can get up here. I've added like almost 2,000 pounds. Oh, I should be able to. There's so much weight on the rear wheels right now with that drive axle, and then the dual wheels for the traction. This thing will probably drive up a wall now. See this truck, when I'm not babysitting it, it just starts moving by itself. I've managed to struggle along too with this truck. I know I was talking about how brutal it is, and that I may at some point here just move it along. I still might try the lower trailer and truck, because you can get the lower center of gravity with the less capacity. I don't know. It's frustrating, but I haven't crashed it for a while, so maybe I'm getting used to it. Yeah, like I can turn a corner sharp with nothing in it and power out of the corner, but just throw a couple things in the back of it and it's just a mess. Ooh, easy. Okay, right here should be good. Okay, I have a feeling I can probably pick up anything now. These aren't the best examples because they don't really weigh much, but... Let's see if I hit the brakes. Oh yeah. We're good to go, folks. That was a good purchase, even though what a pain in the butt that was, driving across town twice basically. Once back to the yard to realize that the weight we have wasn't going to work, and then once all the way over to the store. Whoa, get in there. There you go. It's funny in this game, there's certain things you're like, you can almost call them milestones. It's like, okay, well, planting season is coming, so we need to hurry up and get everything in order and make sure we're ready. And then planting season came and went, and then, it's like the next thing, right? The next thing is probably harvesting, I would imagine. So the whole world kind of waits for harvesting season. Just painting some ground texture. I've spent so much money on landscaping stuff. It's crazy. So I was just trying to paint out a little bit of the nasty stuff here just to make my whole life a little bit easier. Obviously, once we go and plow, we'll see better what is kind of bad. And and also I'm looking for sticks. Anything that might cause me a problem when I'm trying to transport oversized logs with this undersized tractor, really. So I should be able to take more than one of these logs, I think. Kind of looks like two of them would fit into the claw. No, you know what? Let's just take this. I think if I tried it, would be biting off more than I could chew. All right, back up the hill. Yeah, this is definitely one of those tasks that I wish I could hire a worker for. Okay, we got a worker who's finished work. I got myself that's got to be plugging away here, so I think, honestly, folks, we're going to leave this episode here. That was March. I have nothing else planned for March that is of any impact to our future here. What is this? What's going on here? I've basically picked this tree up and then all of a sudden I can't move. Yeah, but I think you get the gist of it. We're going to get this field cleaned out. And then I think I put the weight down. Anyways, why don't you leave me stuck like this? I'm going to get this field cleaned out. We're going to get a field made here. We'll get it prepped. We're going to move into April, of which then, I don't know, anybody that maybe hasn't planted a field, we might try to steal a couple fields and see what we can do there. We're going to continue cutting down trees and making fields. And then, I don't know, at some point here we might have a production, but... All right, so thanks so much, guys, and I will see you in the next one.